Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna do a husband picks my makeup video. So I saw the other day, I actually had this idea a couple weeks ago and I added it to my little list of ideas. And then I saw Jessica Braun here on YouTube do this video with her husband and I really enjoyed it. So I'm doing the same. I'll link her video down below. It was really cute. So I'll insert some footage here of Clinton picking my makeup out for me. Okay, so there's a basket here.
Yep.
Okay, so I only have two foundations.
Okay.
So those are my two foundations, so you pick one of those.
Oh, you're just going to lay this out for me?
I'm going to make it really easy.
Oh, fantastic. Because I'm, just...
A professional?
Such a hard decision. This one.
Okay, put it in the basket.
Okay, so all these products do the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so why do you have different ones?
Different ones do different things. These
Which
are primers.
ones go on your face?
They all go on my face. So, like,
I don't
this
even
one's
know.
for, like, blemishes. These ones are, like, glowy. This one's hydrating. This one's, like, pore filling. And this one's, like, shiny. Like a glowy.
Oh, well, there we go. Well, hydrating is always good. I don't feel like you have a lot of blemishes at all.
Not right now. Okay, so those are the concealers I have open.
Concealers.
Concealers. So they conceal things.
Ah. This is part of the face crack fill, isn't it?
Yes.
I see. And again, I have no idea what to do. Multi-use sculpting concealer. Well, that sounds like a promising one. Pretty vulgar. That's all the information you get on that one. CoverGirl. True Blend. Undercover. Well, we're gonna go with this one here.
Okay. Then we need to choose an eyeshadow palette.
An eyeshadow palette.
So there's 3 there, but then there's all the palettes under here.
Holy! This is all just eye color?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your life? Look at this. This is crazy. So I'm not picking the individual colors this time.
No, you're just picking a palette.
Okay.
I mean, you can put in a request for certain, like a certain color scheme if you're
That's
so
not
inclined.
against the rules.
It's not against the rules.
My goodness. Well, I mean, there's far too many here to actually look at and make an informed decision. I feel like I'm just throwing a dart in the dark on all of this stuff.
Well, those 3 that are on my desk are in my project, or my shop, my stash, so that's why they're up top. Everything else is underneath by your foot.
This feels like a nighttime one.
It's an evening, more for an evening look.
Yeah. This is going to be the most boring video in the world. Just looking at colors.
Some people really enjoy that.
I guess. I married one of them.
You did.
This one has a color called Nudie and Blow.
Yeah. Urban Decay likes their provocative names.
So do I. That's what we're going with.
Okay.
Wait. Yes, that's
Okay.
what we're going
That's the one. So then you can pick like a sparkly bit to go.
A
Like
sparkly
maybe one
bit?
of these. These are all like glitter toppers.
with. Okay. Glitter toppers.
To go with the eyeshadow palette that you picked.
Oh, now I gotta coordinate.
You don't have to.
You're right there. I do not have to. But I will.
Okay.
I'll do my best.
I trust you.
So, I don't know what color you're picking,
Nope.
but this seems to go relatively well with the color that's in there, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
So now you need to pick a blush. So these 2, those are all blushes. Not that side.
So you get pink, 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 or pink, and pink.
Yeah. Blushes are generally varying shades of pink.
Well, thank you for the lesson. This one doesn't even look like it's been used. Is there a reason this one has...
Okay, we're back.
And we're back.
We're back.
Buffering.
Memory card was full. So what have you chosen for blush?
Well, I'm still so undecided.
I mean,
I
there's
feel
also...
like part of the process is just sitting in this chair being undecided about everything.
Yeah, that's part of it. So is that the one?
Sure. This is the one.
Okay, so now you're gonna choose a highlight. So from here over, and those two are highlights.
Where does the highlighter go?
The highlighter's the shiny bit that I put right here.
You put a shiny bit there?
Yeah, to make it look like your skin's all healthy and
this
glowy.
This one is just seen better days.
It's in my project pan. Trying to use it up.
This is just an empty box, I feel like. No, there is stuff in here.
It's just a single
use?
No, I just don't have a palette for it.
Moon dust.
Moon dust.
This is purple stuff. Holographic stick.
That's the one? I feel like that goes with the look. Okay.
Sure.
So those are the bronzers you're going to
picked
choose
this
from.
one.
Okay. That's the one.
What? How do I... Oh, there we go.
You open it like a compact.
What is this chowder? Oh, that's fancy.
It's got a little brush underneath. Smell that one.
Smells like
A tropical
suntan
vacation.
lotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's a good spot for suntan lotion. Hoolah! And this is for creating shapes. This one's powder.
Yep, that one's a loose bronzer.
Okay. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Nude by nature.
Mm-hmm. Nudity.
Nudity. Just cover everything up. I'm going to stick with my original choice and go with the little spaceship.
Go with the Becca.
Sure.
So the last thing to pick is a lip color. So these are bullet lipsticks, these are glosses, and these are liquid lipsticks.
And what do all those do?
They go on the lips and make color on the lips.
So why the three?
So bullet lipstick is like a creamy formula that's like really comfortable.
Okay.
Gloss is glossy, shiny, yep. And then the liquid lipsticks are the ones that stay on for like 8 hours and they're like a more matte.
Forever.
Yeah,
So that means they don't come off on me.
that's right.
Gotcha.
You can push the drawer in on top so that you can see all the colors underneath if you want.
I'm actually looking at the
Okay.
numbers.
Oh.
I was seeing if there was one with my age on it.
Oh,
I'll just make my selection that way.
okay.
I have a totally different process.
You do.
I do. So, they're basically all pink. This one's purple.
Pinks,
This one's clearly
purples, reds, oranges.
Old lips.
You have to look at me to remember what my lips look like.
A little bit.
Okay.
This one.
Okay,
That's what we're going to go with.
that's the one.
That's the one.
All right.
Alright.
I thank you for your assistance, sir.
No problem, madame.
So I've got my little basket. I've got my little basket of products here. Not sure how well everything's gonna go together, but we're gonna make it work and it's gonna be great. I tried to keep it simple for him because I have a lot of makeup and I don't have a lot of space to like lay everything out. So instead of showing him like all of my face palettes plus bronzers and blushes and highlights, I just showed him like my individual blushes and like my individual bronzers just to keep it a little bit more simple. Because I felt like if I showed him a face palette, he would just pick that one palette for like blush, bronzer, highlight, and then that's like, obviously they're already coordinated, they're in a palette together, so I thought this would be a little bit more challenging. Okay, so we have, for my primer for today, he chose the Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer. This is the Energize and Rescue version of this. They have quite a few different ones. I got this in a BoxyCharm and I actually haven't used it yet, so we're gonna use it today. It does have coconut water in it, so I'm interested to see if this is gonna break me out. That's like why I haven't used it yet. So we'll find out tomorrow if this primer is gonna be okay for me, because generally anything with coconut in it just doesn't agree with my skin. But this is like it says it's an energizing primer, but when I looked at the ingredients and like based on the texture, it's more just like a hydrating. It's more of sort of a hydrating formula. I think like hydrating and calming based on the ingredients. So I do have my sunscreen on and all of my skincare, of course. And this is applying really nicely over my sunscreen. Every once in a while, with a primer, it doesn't like mesh well with my sunscreen, especially like pore filling ones tend to sort of ball up on the skin over top of my sunscreen. So this is feeling really nice. It just really feels like a moisturizer. Okay, so I've given that a couple of minutes to sink in. It feels really nice on the skin. It's not heavy. It's not greasy. It's not giving me like any like super dewiness or anything like that. It just feels very hydrated. Now I only have 2 foundations open, and it's funny because he picked the one that I don't use every day. It's so funny. So this is the e.l.f. Acne Control foundation, and I have the color Buff, which is a little bit dark for me. I'm gonna just put a headband on for right now, just so I don't get a bunch of makeup in my hair. Okay, so this is the foundation that I use like if I'm breaking out, but I have been thinking I should be trying to use this up because I can't remember when I bought it, but I feel like I've had it for a while now. But I really like it. If you're looking for like a foundation for acne prone skin, this is a great one, and it's a great price, like $6 or something. e.l.f. is so affordable. Maybe it's not too dark for me. I guess I'm still like a little bit tanned from Cuba. So it's matching pretty good actually. In the winter time when I wear this, like when I don't have a tan, it comes off a little bit orange, but it's got a lot of coverage, which is another reason I like it when I'm breaking out, because it covers really well. I do have a little blemish over there. It's kind of a weird spot for one. Okay, so funny story. So I have 3 concealers open that I gave him to choose from. He chose the darkest foundation that I have and the lightest concealer. So it's going to be very brightening. So this is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer in Natural Ivory. So as I mentioned, this is a little bit light for me. Generally when I use this one, I mix a little bit of my Born This Way concealer with it. So we're not going to use a lot. It's going to be very brightening. We're just going to be like highlighting the blemishes for today and the sun damage. It's very light. It's very light under the eyes. I mean, some people go for a really light under eye anyways. I generally like to more match my skin color than do like a super brightening look. This is the concealer I usually use more when I'm not tanned at all. It's like my January concealer. It's not too bad. I think once we get like bronzer and everything on, it'll be fine. So I just have 2 powders that I keep on hand. I have the one that I use underneath my eyes, and then I have the one that I set my whole face with, and I also only have my regular brow products that I usually use. I don't have a bunch of different ones to choose from, so I'm gonna powder and do brows really quick, and then I'll come right back. Okay, I'm back. I've filled in my brows, I've powdered my face, and I've primed my eyelids, and I've zoomed you guys in. So the palette he chose is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette, which is a very interesting choice. Out of all of my palettes that I have, I feel like he picked arguably the most boring one that I own. So very funny, but I did get him to pick out like a shimmery sort of topper, and he picked the Ace Beauty Glimmer Shadow in Iced Latte. So it looks like we're gonna do sort of a neutral bronzy sort of eye look, which I think will go well with the lip color that he picked. but I'm not sure it's gonna go with the blush and highlight. So we'll get to that. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm just gonna put pregame sort of all over to set everything down. I think he picked this palette because Urban Decay really likes those like risque names for their eyeshadow colors. So this one has one called Nude, Commando, Tempted. So I suspect that that was the reasoning of why he picked this one. So I just wanted to sort of set something down in the crease because these colors in particular are not my favorite of all the Urban Decay colors. I find them a little bit tricky to blend. They tend to be just a little bit patchy. So I think it's better if you just kind of lay down something light initially to make blending a little bit easier. We're gonna go with a neutral eye look. So I'm gonna take a fluffy crease brush and I'm gonna tap into Faith. Sort of a medium brown color, and I'm gonna start working that into my crease. They're not my favorite eyeshadows. I love Urban Decay's formula, but this palette in particular, I think they did something different with the formula. So I'm just tapping back into that pregame, that light color that we used initially, and I'm just gonna soften this a little bit. Just find it looks a little patchy. Okay, so now that I've got the crease sort of laid down, I'm going to apply this Ace Beauty Glimmer Shadow with my finger all over the lid. These shadows are so beautiful, these glimmer shadows. They're very similar in formulation to the ColourPop Super Shock shadows, so they're sort of like a cream to powder formula. They're really interesting, but they're so beautiful. So I think we're gonna make this work with that. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna run whatever's left on that brush back into my crease. Okay, so I'm gonna just take a little bit more of a dense dome-shaped brush and I'm gonna tap into Lockout. It's the next darker brown. I'm just gonna deepen the outer corner a hair, not a lot. I wanna do like a full smoky eye because the lip color he picked was pretty bold. Why is that so patchy? Good grief. I just wanted to create a little bit more shadow out here. Just finding it really patchy, like right there. On both sides, really. At least it matches. Okay, so I'm gonna grab just a little like pencil brush. This is a Luxie mini flat angled brush. It's got like a little bit of an angle. You can't see that. It's got like a little bit of an angle. Anyways, I'm just gonna tap into that Faith color right here that I had put in the crease, and I'm going to apply that to the bottom lash line. I think I was able to kind of touch that up so that it looks better. Okay, so this is the eye look so far. Now I don't have, so the highlight that he picked is not going to work for like inner corners and brow bones, so I'm going to try to go into this Blow color and see if we can get enough of a kind of brightening effect. Oh yeah, that'll work. It's not like sparkly, but it is, this is the one color in the palette that's got sort of a satin finish, so it does pick up the light a little bit, so it's better than nothing. So I forget to get him to pick out an eyeliner, so I just went ahead and skipped that step and applied a couple of coats of my CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara. Now, we're gonna do some bronzer. So he liked the look of this Becca bronzer. This is the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Bronzed Amber. So it looks like this. It is a little bit shimmery, but it doesn't come off terribly shimmery on the skin, so I'll just go ahead and apply that. Well, it's too much. I forgot how pigmented this one is. We're going for a very bronzed look apparently today. I've been using my Benefit Hoola bronzer so much because that's what's in my project pan that I forgot how all of my other bronzers performed. His reaction when he saw the Hoola bronzer made me laugh. Hoola! That is also looking very patchy. Am I okay? Okay, we are very bronzed. Perhaps a little too bronzed, but that's okay. All right, so the blush that he picked out was this one from Note, and this is the Desert Rose blush. He's like, it's not even used. It is. I just have a lot of blushes. So we're gonna go in with that. It's sort of a coral color. Everything's looking good together so far, but I have a feeling things are about to get a little bit weird. Okay, blush is on now. The highlight that he chose is this one from Milk Makeup. This is their Supernova cream blush. And it's basically like purple. Really doesn't go with this look at all. All that to say, we're gonna try it. I tried to sort of not powder this area with setting powder, but of course I just applied like a powder bronzer and then a powder blush. So I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna go. I hope well, because I am filming another video after this. So I've just picked some up on my finger, and I'm gonna kind of disperse it between both sides. And yeah, we're just gonna go for it. It's very like lavender with this peachy blush and bronze eye look. So we're not gonna use a lot. Does that look crazy? I think it looks crazier in person than it looks on camera, which is good. Do the other side. Oh dear. I don't use this highlight a lot because it's that sort of purpley color. I have a couple of highlights sort of in that color family, and they just don't get used that often because you have to remember to use them when you're doing a purpley look. The effect is really nice. It's just that the tone is so cool toned. Anyway, all that to say, it's on. It doesn't look terrible. I'm gonna spritz my face with some setting spray before I do my lips. I only have one setting spray open, and it's the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. So it's got like the gold in it. It's very fancy. Made my eyes burn for some reason. Okay, and then the lip that he picked out is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink liquid lipstick in the color Inspirer. So it's like a berry color. Who's wearing liquid lipstick in quarantine? Me. Okay, so this is the final look that Clinton picked out for me. I actually think it turned out pretty good. I'm surprised, like the bronze, the peach blush, but then the cool lip and the cool highlight, it is sort of working in a weird way. Am I wrong? Comment below. So let's go see what he thinks of the final look. Coming to get your opinion on the final look.
Well, I think I did quite well.
I think you did pretty good.
I think I did pretty good.
Almost like a professional.
Almost. Almost. But I mean, that's just me. You're actually a professional. What do you think?
I like it. It turned out, I'm surprised because like the lip color and the highlight color are very like pinky purple.
Yeah.
And the eye colors and the blush color were like very like orangey warm. But it looks surprisingly good. I was skeptical.
There you go. Does that shatter your illusions of all the time necessary to pick out colors?
No.
Oh, well, I tried.
Thank you for your participation.
Love you, baby.
Love you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a really fun time filming it. It's always fun when Clinton participates in all the YouTube things. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon in another video. Bye.